Let's keep the matches rolling. It's Filpsid Tactics versus Precision Z. Awaiting at the commentary booth is Wavepunk and Lawler. Take it away, guys.
Thanks so much, Axel Toss. You heard the desk. They said it's Cinderella versus Goliath, and everyone is on Goliath's side. How do you think this one's going to go, Lawler?
It's hard to disagree with those guys. We've seen this team of Filpsid be a dominating factor, and with the addition of Greasy coming in, taking that advantage, as they mentioned, you know, Marky and Cooks are two of the best to learn from. And then you throw in Greasy, who also played on a team that was phenomenal, and then just is able to kind of mold it into this machine on offense. They're dangerous, man. But last week we saw Precision Z, what they're truly capable of. Those pass plays were unbelievable.
Yeah, it's been really fun to watch Precision Z kind of rise up through the ranks, get better as the season has gone on. But Filpsid, like you said, Greasy came from Northern Gaming, a top 3 team from season number 1. He's been hanging in this top 5 spot for forever and just jumps onto the team with Marky and Cooks are probably the 2 best players in the game right now. And you got to say, anyone that goes up against them, it's always an upset game with them. They have the possibility to knock these guys off. And Precision Z been looking great, but they can make a huge statement right here if they're able to knock off Filpsid.
That's exactly what you want out of a team, though, is you need to get hot when the time is right. We talk about it in every other sport about as long as you get there, you're fine. But when you really start needing to perform is when it counts, and this is when it counts. And they did that. They showed they are a team that is in talks of those top 3. It was a really close match with Mockit, but when they got rolling, they looked unstoppable. These pass plays that they've been putting on, everybody getting involved, and that's what you want out of a team. When every single gear is turning on this car, I guess, of of a team, they look unstoppable. They really do.
Yeah, I think that's how we see many of the teams. When they're able to make the pass plays connect consistently, that's when you see them taking just runaway leads in games, runaway leads in series, and we saw that from Precision Z last week. If they have been able to maintain that synergy and keep that sort of team play going, Filpsid, as one of the best defensive teams in the world, will still have to work difficult, just to have to work hard to keep the goals out of their own net.
Right, and that's something that they've done very well. Despite having one of the best, if not the best offense in Europe, they also have one of the best defenses. Their goals, the amount of shots that they prevent from going in, I think is second in the league right now. So they're doing a very good job despite being that offensive pressure, also on defense. There's a lot of back and forth between these two teams. But between the two of them, I actually think it's going to be a lot closer than these guys give credit. Unless Filpsid gets off to an early start. If Filpsid starts the ball rolling, good luck.
Yeah, we saw that yesterday in a couple of the series, especially in the finals, that if a team was getting out to a very early lead, they sort of steamrolled on through the match. And that sort of situation is something you definitely need to look to avoid when going up against a team like Filpsid, because their momentum is just insane. And it's you cannot let them get comfortable. The moment Filpsid is comfortable is the moment you lose the game.
Well said, well said.
Getting into game number 1 here on DFH, it will be Filpsid Tactics in the blue, with Precision Z in the orange. K-Dop looking to try and score early, but Cookser will shut him down on the net and pass up to Marky. Sends it down into the box. Greasy saw the goalies, respected and fell back, looking for a better opportunity. Cookser will come up from the back. The 50-50 with K-Dop will go across midfield and move into Filpsid territory. Looks to drop it off the backboard, but the Spider-Man clear from Marky will give ball control over to Greasy Meister. He's got Siki and Skyline pinching each other on the corner there. Is this going to be from Marky? Oh, he doesn't quite get the shot. There was a bit of a defensive breakdown there from Precision Z, but so far they're holding on.
Yeah, pressure already, but you're seeing this Precision Z team trying to match it. That 50-50, despite Cookster being the last one up going in contest, K-Dop's the one that wins it out. He pushes it downfield, puts it in a dangerous spot, and no shot. And now where's the follow-up?
Greasy Meister now putting it over to the side. Marky gets demoed on the wall, and it leaves it for Cookser. The solid clear. Passing it into the corner that Marky spawned in. A nice bit of luck panning out there for Filpsid, but they're still trapped in their own corner. Cookser comes up to get the clear again, sending this one deep into the orange. Marky will put it onto the backboard. Sets something up for Greasy, who puts it off the corner. Nice use of the wall here to try and set up a shot opportunity, but nothing has come through on either side yet. 3:43 into game number 1, and we're still scoreless here as both teams try to poke through the defense. K-Dop will move up, put this one across the midfield line. And Cookser put it over to the side. Greasy watches this one and wins out the 50-50 with Skyline and Siki. He's gotten it past 2. K-Dop needs to clear this one on the wall. Nobody at home in goal, and Cookser will drop this one. Skyline gets there. Can Marky finish it off? Sends another one, but it's slow, and Skyline will get another save. Defense holding on here for Precision Z.
That's what we talk about, Greasy doing the right things. Playing that slow, getting it past 2, and a flick backwards into the net by Cookser. That is what we know Cooksy for. These shots are unbelievable. You play a shot in, Greasy passes it down, Cookser comes from where the goal is and then plays it back across his body into the net. Like, the way he rotated his car just to flick it backwards, just soft enough in between two, like, neither of those defenders expected that.
We talked about Markey and Cookser being two of the best players in the world right now. It's angles like that that have them at the top of that list. 2:57 left to go in game number 1. And Filpsid has the 1-0 lead. Precision Z now looking to respond as Sicky puts this one into the corner, and Cookser will clear it up to midfield. Skyline misses on the wall, which gives Cookser some space to work with. He's got it past K-Dop and towards the box. The rotation from Sicky will send it back to the midfield line. Marky Duda now looking to create an opportunity. Might just send a shot on target himself. K-Dop clears it away, and it'll go into the corner.
That's dangerous as well. You see how that ball is played in, yet nobody contested. He has the ability to play it off the wall and then follow it up again immediately after. Someone needs to go up when there's two people in net. Usually the person closest to the ball will go up and contest it, just so that last man can still be on defense. Once that play happens, the other man who is behind him then follows up after that, and the initial player went up, rotates back behind him. It's a constant circle until eventually it falls apart if the pressure keeps there.
Filpsid had a nice offensive with some small ball passing that worked out really well to create some opportunities, but the defense holds on. They're able to put it back into the blue as Precision Z looks to tie the game. 1:53 on the clock, and the ball in blue corner. Garizia looks to clear this one away. K-Dop will put it onto the backboard and draw out Cookser and Markey, but the clear is solid. Markey buys time for the defense to sort itself back out for Filpsid. He's got to clear into the corner. He's going to bounce in front of the goal, and K-Dop will meet Markey at the goal line, putting that one back away. That's right here at midfield as Sicky looks to shoot. Markey gets there first. K-Dop will send it back down. Cookser comes from the backfield up to Markey. It's lofted into the air, and Greasy tries to push this one into the box. Can he finish it off himself? No. Sicky gets a long shot just wide of the net. K-Dop looks to finish but cannot find contact. Sicky takes a shot. It bounces off the post, and K-Dop too low on boost to pick this one up immediately. He's going to give ball control back to Filpsid. They're back in Precision Z territory.
That was their chance as well. You saw those shots coming out, and Cookser was in a tough situation. As that ball was shot on, he was trying to rotate out, but because that he was preemptively up for K-Dop, but K-Dop just completely missed it, and it's a tough angle to get that. But there still needs to be someone there after the fact, because Cookser, he's in the back of the net stuck, and it just hovers in front of their net for so long to where they're just able to transition it back out. Precision Z doing a good job of matching so far, but that aggression that we saw last week just isn't there.
40 seconds left in game number 1 for Precision Z to tie it up and send us to overtime. Looking to make a statement here in game number 1. Sicky sets this one up towards K-Dop, but he misses, just the pass was slightly ahead of the forward player. Cookser will send that one back into the corner. 20 seconds now remaining. Precision Z struggling to create any sort of offensive pressure. Trapped in their own half, Markey almost bumps K-Dop in the air, which would have certainly opened up another goal opportunity. Final 10 seconds, and Cookser's in the air, sends one into the goal. It's 2-0 for Filpsid. That's probably the game.
This team just looks so comfortable. Cookser is just given all the time in the world. He's just sitting there surveying all this develop. Sees the ball's not going to be in his position. What does he do? He backflips to stop moving forward too much. Waits again, sees nobody's going for it. First one to it. Gets up, puts an easy shot on net. It's just everything they've done. Cookser's been able to do pretty much whatever he wants. Nobody's pressuring him. Nobody's getting in his face. He's literally staying upfield for a majority of the time.
And with that, Filpsid takes game number 1. Wasn't any sort of runaway lead, but we'll get a Cookser wiggle out of it either way. And they will take the lead in the series here. Precision Z looking strong. They had some strong defenses, held off Filpsid for a decent amount of time, but still just struggled to create any sort of decent offensive pressure. Right. Only really one moment I can remember where they had a decent opportunity to score.
Yeah. Now, I have a question for you. What's it like being Marky Duda's icon?
It's an honor. It is an honor.
But you look so intense. You're frustrated, but not.
I wonder how long he went through and find the exact frame. He's like, this one. We'll use this one here.
Well, they don't look frustrated at all on the pace. Those guys look super calm. And that's what you want out of a team. Is they're just here to play. They're here to show up, and they're doing that. The fact that, like I mentioned, Cookser is able to be on that top half of the map and just wait.
Right.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
You saw that flick that he had. he's just sitting there patiently waiting for these plays to develop, and he puts them in every single time.
Yeah, it's something that we saw a lot from NRG yesterday that I think Filpsid kind of helped pioneer that idea of leaving a player upfield all the time. And it's something we see from Marky and Cookser consistently. And the thing about Filpsid that's brilliant is they do that in the air.
Right.
They'll be like both in the air and have a pass with Cookser just right in front of the box. It's ridiculous to watch the plays that these guys can pull off consistently. But holding Precision Z to just 3 shots that game, getting 8 of their own, tells the story of the ball control that we saw Filpsid consistently being able to keep that ball deep in Precision Z territory. And Precision Z has to contest more. They have to be more aggressive. They have to get this one back into Filpsid's area.
Well, you saw what happened at the very beginning when they do. KDOP able to win that 50-50 against that last man back. Those are the opportunities they need to capitalize on.
Game number 2 set to go here. DFH Stormy. Marky try to pressure that one through. Skyline able to meet it at the midfield line. He'll fall back. Lets Sicky move up. Cookser sends it over to the side. And the contest will actually win out in favor of Skyline. Wins another one with Greasy, setting this one up for Sicky on the backboard. KDOP in the air, draws Cookser into the air, but he still makes the block. The save game has been incredible in Europe today.
For Cookser to make that save, like the ball gets played high, so he jumps up to predictively play it out. But then he recorrects himself. He's able to boost down in time to make a save as well, just showing how mechanically strong Cookser is in this match.
Greasy looking for a shot opportunity. Doesn't find what he's looking for. Let's leave it for Cookser. We said at the top of this game that we wanted to see Precision Z contesting more, getting up and being aggressive. That's exactly what they did to create those opportunities. Sicky with a great block there to keep this one here, keep it scoreless. But it's got to be frustrating when you win all the 50-50s, get the shot on the net, and then you're shut down by a Cookser who you did draw up into the air. How do you deal with that sort of defense? I don't know. Precision Z still looking for an opportunity, but with 3:51 left to go, both teams' defenses have held on. We're still scoreless in game number 2.
Yeah, it's the follow-up really coming out from Filpsid. You see one after another, and a couple of mistakes like each other bumping.
Close one there as Cookser puts it just high of the goal. Greasy will look to keep this pressure on. Skyline puts it up in the air, and Greasy will put it onto the backboard, but KDOP, great read, knew exactly where that was going to land and clears it all the way into the blue. Here's an opportunity for Precision Z. They bounce that one around the corner. Cookser bounces off of Marky and over to the far side. The ball will end up right where he is, and he sends it back into Precision Z territory. We're still scoreless, so we're approaching halftime.
Filpsid doing a really good job on defense, recovering. As soon as the ball is played in their side, what do? They move it away from the other team. They play it across field, make sure everybody draws over to that side, and then a big clear downfield, making sure that they spend as little as time as possible. A shot on net, saved by KDOP.
What a shot there as Greasy sent a screamer in. Oh, that angle almost looked like it was going to sneak its way in. But we're still scoreless. Both teams' defense holding on. Sicky looks to drop this one into the box, but gets played away by Greasy. Cookser will win the 50-50 with KDOP, and Marky pressures this one. Skyline sends it onto the backboard, keeping the pace on the ball, making it difficult to read and take a follow-up shot. An excellent play by Skyline right here at halftime. Neither team has yet to break through the other's defense. It'll be the matter of which team makes the first mistake. As Marky Duda puts this one high. KDOP puts it into the corner, and Cookser will boost steal and fall back. Sicky and KDOP now looking to fall back here and to kind of just not sure what to do, right on top of each other, leaving a lot of space for Filpsid to work with. KDOP will try to play this one across, and Greasy will play it over to Marky. Puts it onto the backboard. Cookser puts it onto the backboard again, but both of his teammates have fallen back. That'll give ball control back to Precision Z. They'll see if they can pressure this one out.
That's the scary thing about Filpsid is the way that they follow up. Not only do they maintain possession, but the way that they do it, they just keep putting it on over and over again. Wide open net. Marky's going downfield. He's got a shot. That's going to be the first goal.
Going to finish that one off. You leave an open net for Marky. He's not going to miss.
Yeah, it's just a matter of Precision Z is committing too much on offense. They're trying to move up and make a play. They're trying to be that aggressive style and match the pace of what this team on Filpsid is doing. The issue is when you over-aggress, it leaves you wide open. All it takes is one big clear and then a shot coming out from Marky.
And it makes sense that Precision Z would try to do that. We're over halfway through this game, and they have not been able to break through anything. So, let's change it up. Let's see if we can make it work. Hard thing is, Filpsid punishes the moment they make a mistake. And now Precision Z in the exact same position they were in game number 1 with the 1-goal deficit, needing to tie it up. Only 1 minute and a half to work with. Cookser now looking to pass out. Marky and Greasy bump each other into the air. If Precision Z can gain ball control quickly and move down the field, this is an opportunity. They're taking their time. Filpsid will be able to reset on the defense. KDOP, the ball does go into the corner, but Marky will clear it off the wall up towards Greasy. He'll bounce that one. Back into the corner, 1:15 left to go. It's still only 1-0 for Filpsid.
I like what K-Dub tried to do there, the way that he played it. He was slow,
Hey, he gets that one through, finally finding a hole in the defense. It's a tie game.
His decision-making has been good for K-Dub. The way that he played it on that wall, he just made sure, like, I'm going to survey what I do before it happens. He recognizes someone's on the corner. Okay, I can't play it downfield. What am I going to do? I'm not even going to touch it on the wall. I'm going to let it settle, and then I'm going to play it in. The issue is the touches that he is making are a little bit too slow. He needs to make those faster because he's going to get suffocated by this Filpsid offense. Luckily for MO, that opportunity comes through.
They're able to pull it off, get the tie game here in game number 2. See if they can tie up the series as Filpsid took game number 1. Final minute to work with. Both teams looking for the go-ahead goal. The demo on the Skyline in net. Cookser might be able to set one up here for Markey as they're having to reformat the defense. They're able to get resituated. Shot almost goes all the way onto target. What a backflip from Cookser. Just the mechanics it takes to immediately change that ball's direction. Very impressive, but Sicky now with control into the box, cleared by Greasy, blocked away, and he gets ball control again to take it over the top of Skyline. K-Dub will take a shot that goes wide, and Cookser will send it back into the corner and go just a bit wide of the goal. 15 seconds remaining. Filpsid with ball control. If they can put it away now, that'll be the game. An opportunity off the backboard. Greasy in to take the final shot, but Sicky is in net. Not enough speed to get it past Sicky. 2 seconds remaining. Filpsid will look to try and keep this one up. Precision Z will look to kill it and play for overtime. Greasy takes the shot, and we do have overtime in game number 2.
That's what Precision was waiting for there. They were just trying to kill that clock, get a reset, and then just change the possession of this game yet again. It's just always difficult. When you see that overtime come into play, anything that you had kind of momentum-wise building completely stops. It puts it at an even playing field.
All the Precision Z players up in the midfield. Filpsid will look to aggress. Put it off the backboard. Sicky's not in a good position, and Cookser will drop it through, but Sicky still saves it. Able to get grounded and make the flip to make it not go in. Filpsid still trying to pressure this one through. 30 seconds into overtime. They have not managed to pull it off just yet. Precision Z's holding on.
We saw a couple weeks ago Shaw Set being the one to make all those saves, but it looks like Sicky's trying to make a name for himself again. Last season we saw him make a ton of saves as probably one of the best ones in the defense of this side of this team. But even on a different team, like, he's still making those plays. He's coming up, he's getting in the face, and just one save after another. This pressure from Filpsid being matched well.
K-Dub playing this one very patiently, trying to draw more Filpsid players into the corner. Hasn't worked out just yet, but Markey does whiff on the wall. Cookser will send it to the side. K-Dub sends it right back. It's in the box. Greasy waits in goal. As Cookser just looks to contest, pops it high. Greasy will clear that one. Interesting direction. Luckily, Markey's momentum will carry him straight into ball control, and he'll be able to push that one across, try to transition this one through. 2 players back on defense for Filpsid. As they watch the solo play of Markey. It's a very nice tap there to drop it towards the backboard. Skyline reads it into the corner. It taps onto the wall again, trying to take away ball control from Filpsid, but Greasy right there, able to set up Markey and put it into the corner again. Pressuring deep. Cookser gets demoed at the midfield. Precision Z tried to press that one through, but Greasy reads it well. Back into the corner. Their air game. Greasy has been reading a bunch of excellent shots this game.
He's getting a lot of help from his teammates as well. As soon as he gets that initial read, there's usually someone on this Filpsid team that's immediately able to follow up. And that's what's part of the reason why they've been pretty much controlling the possession of this game. Despite getting those 50-50s and this team of Precision Z winning a majority of them, it's the follow-up from Filpsid that's so dangerous.
The defense for Precision Z has been excellent this game. We just had an amazing play where Cooksey set it to Markey, who was like on the Spider-Man defensive position to try and drop it through the goal, and K-Dub just meets him
right
on the
across the
post.
middle.
Greasy trying to push that one through, but Sicky following right along, just blocking out every shot opportunity. Filpsid continues to try to chink through here. 2 minutes already into this overtime. Neither team has cracked yet. Be the first mistake will be the death of game number 2. Precision Z looks to try and press that one out. So far, it's been so much ball control still in Filpsid's favor. Markey not able to make contact there, but Greasy comes in, finishes it off, and that is the 2-game win for Filpsid.
It's so difficult to be that last man back. You see Cookser places one and draws out Skyline. The benefit of that, it's now a 1-on-2 situation. You see Markey fly across, doesn't get the hit. So you have this player back on defense that's now in a really rough position. Do I go up and try to contest it, or do I wait for the second shot? Problem is when you've got that last man making that shot, he can put it wherever he wants.
That's the advantage of the backboard plays, is it makes the offensive situation favor the shooter. It's very difficult for a defender to know how to read those sorts of shots, especially when he does have all of those options to work with. Works out well here for Filpsid as they take the 2-game lead. Gibbs' predictions on point so far.
Right. You see it, and I hate it a little bit that he's always right.
I'm trying to jinx it right here.
Yeah.
Just, we'll
Cast a
work with
curse, please.
Gibbs is going to be right?
I hope so. I think that's
I don't know how this works.
Yeah, but no, like you see, like I mentioned at the beginning, like these teams I think are going to be a lot closer than the desk gave them credit. Even though it's going to be a sweep.
Sure.
The matches are going to be relatively close, and you're seeing that already. Like Precision is doing a pretty good job of following up. Their defense is coming up absolutely clutch, but it's just the matter of when you're on that defense, like you said, eventually you will let a goal in. It's just only a matter of time. Because as these guys spread out the field, they cover the entire map on both sides. As soon as the shot gets ricocheted out, you see Marquis or Greasy is ready to follow it back in, and then you have Cookser, who's just waiting patiently for that moment.
Right.
And when you give Cookser that moment, you know he's going to score. It's what he does best.
Right, and one thing you can watch for, one of the things that makes Filpsid's defense just slightly a little bit better than Precision Z's right now is the way that you're watching the defenders always clear to the corners. They're not just blocking. We're seeing Sicky get some insane blocks, K-Dop gets some insane blocks, but they're not transitioning that into offense. We're seeing what from Cookser every time he touches it, it never drops in front of his own net. He puts it into the corner, which helps create the transition back into offense. That's a huge part of what has Filpsid up in the lead right now, and they're keeping those follow-up shots from not coming through from Precision Z, who now is in a 2-game deficit. As game number 3 gets set here on Manfield. Cooks roll back pass to Markey to try. Transition that one in the midfield. Markey over to Cookser. The air pass is coming through. Can Greasy finish this one off? K-Dop gets the block, and Siki will be able to send it over to the corner. Skyline wins the 50-50. 3 good touches there for Precision Z. Has them back with ball control, but Cookser gets it over the top. Skyline. Now Greasy and Cookser in the same area. K-Dop able to clear that one up towards Sicky. He might have an opportunity, but Greasy, again, just right there above him. Faster into the air than all the Precision Z players. 4:13 into game number 1. Still scoreless here. Team's playing patient, but right now, here comes Filpsid looking to drop one in. Oh my goodness. What a pinch.
That pass from Cookser was so good, the way he's going up, and then he uses that second little effort
almost,
boost.
Is it a freestyle?
Yes, he pops it up, beats that last defender, and then Greasy just goes with some swag flying around, and then he gets the ground pitch to put it in.
Oh my goodness.
I thought he just was going to whip the shot because he was getting cocky. No, all calculated.
They've been playing respectful and patient for 2 games now. Greasy decides to get a bit flashy, try to demoralize him there. Precision Z, though, looking to respond here. He can't get back in time, and K-Dop will tie up the game.
Now, in all reality, Greasy could have just been feathering his boost to slow himself down. But still, this transition is really crucial from Precision Z. The ability to bring it back immediately, and that's what you need. If this Filpsid team gets on a roll, you're in danger.
Yes.
But no, they respond back, quick pass play off that corner. They catch these guys off guard, and then they put a goal in. We're still back. Tie game.
This is by far the earliest goal that we've seen Precision Z score this series, which is good news for Precision Z fans everywhere. K-Dop looking to set this one out for Sicky. Markey got a nice touch on the wall, added a lot of speed, made the read difficult. Sicky looks to set it up in the other direction, but Cookser passes basically straight to Skyline, who keeps the pressure on. Greasy will be able to send that one down towards Markey. And now Cookser, with all the time in the world, he'll slow this one down, try to go patient, draws out Skyline. What a brilliant play. Try and draw out the defenders. Greasy will send this one onto the backboard. They're looking for the leading goal.
2 really smart plays there by Cookser. Number 1, he doesn't force it and give away possession. He takes his time and starts to dribble it downfield. Number 2, he fakes an aerial. He understands, okay, Greasy's really good in the air, so is Cookser, so is Markey. What's Cookser going to do? He baits up a defender, draws him outfield, and then plays it underneath him. Really good decision-making coming out.
Greasy, Meister, and Cookser in the backfield get a solid clear. Skyline responds. Greasy will send it back. The hard clear, hard read game. Creating a bit of ping pong here in game number 3. Nearing halftime, tied up 1-1. Filpsid with the 2-game series, looking to make it 3 right now. As Precision Z looks to get on the board. As K-Dop drops that one, Sicky will take a shot. An excellent setup, hard to read, and Sicky gets the lead.
Well, phenomenal setup by Sicky initially. The way he demos that player, he comes through, stops this rotation from developing. He comes out, takes a shot, doesn't go through. The follow-up then one after another, and that's what you talk about, these rotations. Going back to a place on net where you need to be. but when that player's gone, like, you have to fill in, and they're not able to do that. Really well played by Precision Z, swinging the possession of this game.
One thing Carpet loves to say all the time is that the best setups or the best passes are kind of just slightly missed shots, and that was a perfect example of it there. Oh wow, that one rolls in there for Cookser. Thought it would bounce out, but he gets the tie game.
Well, yet again, you see this team, the way that they play it out, not wasting any time. You have too many players committing. That confidence is actually becoming overconfidence. They commit too many and then swings right back. Another big clear, punishing Precision Z.
2:21 left to go just here at halftime, and we're still tied up. Flipside looking to extend their lead. Precision Z wants to get on the board as Cookser sets this one onto the backboard. Fall back down. Now Greasy to Cookser. Interrupted by Skyline up to K-Dop, who gets a nice pop, setting this one up. Skyline looks to drop it through, but Greasy sends it over to the side. Cookser will send it over to Markey, who now has the solo opportunity. Sends it onto the backboard, draws out Sicky. A great play by Markey. Can Greasy finish this one off? Not quite. Markey had the opportunity to finish that one off all by himself. Doesn't quite finish it though. And Precision Z will be able to transition back onto offense.
So it makes this Flipside team so dangerous. You see these solo plays coming out, with the dunk coming out, just hitting the crossbar. Close
one as Markey sets that one off the board, looks to transition this one out himself. Skyline looks to keep the pressure on for Precision Z. This game has had by far the most ball control we've seen out of Precision Z. They're making the right adjustments. They're winning their 50-50s. And they're being more aggressive. Sicky sets that one up high, and Cookser responds on the wall. Skyline will bounce it off the corner, out to K-Dop. Takes the long shot, it's Greasy in the back, who's able to set it over to the side. Again, talk about not just making the blocks, but making the clears. Greasy makes a nice one there, and Markey's able to get the solid clear into the orange. Those long clears, they're really good for moving you upfield very quickly. 1 minute remaining. Greasy's in the goal for Flipside here. Markey picks this one up. Sicky is demoed. He has an opportunity if they can move quickly. Markey tries to push that one through, but Skyline sends it over to the side. 45 seconds remaining here. We're still tied up 2 apiece.
Oh, is he going to get
that? Is it going to go all the way? No one back on defense. That's Precision Z with the lead.
How do you make that clear in that defense? Coming up clutch yet again for Precision Z. This huge clear from Sicky puts just enough power top left and then plays it all the way down. You have 2 players that are just a little bit delayed, thinking they have time to get those boosts in the corners, and he just sinks it in.
41 seconds remaining. Plenty of time for Flipside to work with, but they are down by 1. Precision Z looking to get a lead. Can they finish it off right here? They almost tied it back up. Cookser takes the long shot. K-Dop will get the clear. 30 seconds remaining. Precision Z pushing in to Flipside territory. If they can remain on offense, they'll be able to take a lead or take the win here. Get a point on the board in the series. Greasy Meister now dropping that one down. Sicky setting it down into the box. Skyline looks to see if he can put one more on. A second goal would all but secure the win for Precision Z. Skyline sets this one down for K-Dop. It's a nice setup, but Cookser sends it over to the side. Final countdown. They have to keep this one in the air. Markey puts it up. Cookser's downfield. Oh, but he misses the touch. Precision Z wins game 3.
Good decision making by Precision Z, applying that pressure. You talk about this is the first match we've seen so far where they've really maintained possession. And look what happens. It catches this Flipside team and it forces them to do things. Despite all these shots, the saves, Sicky being an absolute legend on defense.
Yep, no, they really stepped up here, managed to pull off 8 shots. The Flipside had 10, but the 6 saves from Precision Z, holding on, making the transitions they needed to on defense. And I think the biggest thing I saw was winning a lot of 50-50s and being able to make them work, being able to push all the way through, not just get the setups, but get the finishes in their goals.
Yeah, those follow-ups coming in absolutely crucial for Precision Z. You see that one shot where they had that play come through, and then even at the end, like, they played it into the corner, and there was already players there ready to push it right back in. Yeah, the shot didn't get to it, but the amount of time that absolutely kills is unbelievable. Precision Z is stepping up and making those changes.
Yeah, no, they did very well. All their goals assisted except for the one long kind of breakaway opportunity that gave them the lead here in game number 3, and they're able to get game number 3 on the board there. So that is now a 2-1 in favor of Flipside. Gibbs is wrong.
Yeah.
Gibbs is wrong. That's right. Let's go. Might be Leaf at this point. That became. Can you imagine a world where Leaf is more right than Gibbs?
No. I mean, so far he's got a chance.
We'll see what happens. Might move forward. Maybe Precision Z will take the win here. I don't know. Game 4 going to be going on Urban Central, and it's going to be interesting to see how does Flipside adjust. Part of what gave Precision Z the win there was that Flipside overcommitment. Not something we usually see from them. Usually their defensive positioning is impeccable. So if they are able to tighten that one up here. It's interesting because that game started with a freestyle from Greasy and then ends with a breakaway that ends up losing the game.
Well, that's what scares me is as soon as you see Filpsid like drop one game, that's when they're like they really, really go full try hard, and it's scary. Like, it's really scary. So Precision Z might have like just unleashed this beast of Filpsid.
Yeah, they'll be like, all right, it's been fun, but now we're gonna try. Not that I think they weren't trying. Filpsid, not one to take things casually. Greasy goes for the zone on K-Dop in the goal, and Marky will try to set this one out. But there was no follow-up pressure from Filpsid.
Oh, shot!
Silent 30 seconds here. A decent shot there came through from Sicky, but Greasy will save it away. He'll be able to hold on here. A bump from Marky onto Greasy, who was backwards, so it makes sense that Marky would try to take ball control away from him. But a bit of a kind of the rough start here from Filpsid, seeming a little bit disorganized. And it's got Precision Z with ball control in enemy territory. Cookser will set that one out to Greasy. He looks to transition this one. A great setup off the backboard. K-Dop with a good placement. Be able to clear it away, but Cookser reads it. Draws up two. This is an opportunity. Can Greasy get turned around? A great touch from K-Dop sending it over the side, saving that one there for Precision Z.
Great job by K-Dop as well, moving back to the goal. He's the one that has these clears going back and forth and played it directly to the defense of Filpsid. As soon as it gets played right back in, he realizes, okay, this is going to come back. And then he's like, we actually got to see his perspective on that. As soon as he saw two players up, rotates back into the net, makes sure he gets in front of it, and then plays it back out. Just playing smart, really, really good decision making. Both of these teams really fighting for it.
Playing smart, keeping their heads in the game, not allowing that kind of passive style to take over. Skyline will put it over the side. Cookser's right there. Marky already in the air, looks for the shot opportunity. Greasy kind of indecisive, wasn't sure whether he wanted to move up and take the follow-up or fall back. Doesn't want to get punished like they did last game. 3 minutes left to go in game number 4. And neither team has yet to score. It's been a very defensive series for many of these games. K-Dop will let that one bounce off his hood. Pinches it with Marky over to the side. Now Sicky looks for it on the wall. Both he and Greasy kind of expecting each other to play it and just drive over the top. Now K-Dop will drop it to Sicky again in the corner. Gets a nice pinch set up there. K-Dop will move downfield quickly, looks for an opportunity, but sees Greasy already in the air. He takes a long shot, but Skyline right there. Greasy almost got the dunk on him.
But those are the opportunities that this Precision team really need to take advantage of. That pinch was phenomenal. It broke past somebody, but then where's the follow-up after that? There was a player in position ready to take a hit, but it's undecisive. Like, he needs to go and just put anything on it.
Oh, Skyline, can he do it? Oh, he wasn't. I got it mixed up. Skyline just trying. It almost looked like he was trying to dribble it into his own goal, but he was confused.
The same thing happened to his teammate. He's like, Skyline, you gonna do it? And he's like, yeah, I got you. I'm gonna juke the heck out of both of you. And then you see this offense/defense of Filpsid just trying to, like, you see Greasy like, oh god, and he's just trying to flip out of the way.
Whee! It's going in. Yay, we get the win. With 2:23 left to go, Filpsid will score in quirky fashion.
I like that word.
Cookser and Greasy, it was just a quirky goal, you know? It was funky. He'll look to try and extend the lead here with a great drop into the corner. K-Dop and Skyline will clear it away. Now Sicky also on the side. This is not good positioning for Precision Z. They need to space each other out. They do, and K-Dop and Sicky will be able to just advance onto offense. Cookser now in the corner. Looking for the opportunity to push this one through. He'll get it across that midfield line.
What team play?
And he take the shot. Oh, it goes wide of the goal.
You see these guys bunching him. He's like, all right, Cookser, you're out of position. I'm going to push you and bump you into position. Just go upfield and take care of it.
Well, can Sicky finish this one off? No. Greasy's going to put it over to the side. Close opportunity. What are these goals? It's like, we're just like, I don't know what they're doing at the moment.
I don't think they know what they're doing at the moment. They're just trying to wing in it. And it worked out, I guess, right?
Look at resorted out here. Just a bit of confusion on the rotations. Skyline will put it over to the side, and Marky puts it in the corner. Skyline really not sure what to do there in the corner. Sicky will move out past him, and Cookser will take a shot. K-Dop was there in goal. And puts it across the midfield line. Now Greasy looking to set this one up for Marky or Cookser. Very aggressive positioning from Filpsid right now. So we're approaching this final minute. They're only up by 1, and they scored on kind of a fluke. Greasy will set that one high. Does not quite get the ceiling touch he needs to drop it into the box. Now Sicky will be able to push that one back across. 53 seconds left for Precision Z to tie the game up. As K-Dop tries to pass to Skyline, but Marky right in the way. Wasn't able to get a finisher. We've seen Filpsid maintaining a wide defensive rotation. Cookser will take another shot. Oh, and it goes past K-Dop. He makes it in. It's a 2-goal game.
What is this placement from Cookser? The way that he takes his hit. Skyline doesn't get the clear. Big mistake on his part. It pinches and goes backwards. But the way he flicks is he gets underneath it and then back heels it almost up and over to that top right corner. It's so difficult to read. What a placement by Cookser. Showing why this guy is touted as one of the best, if not the best.
His shot placement is so impeccable. It looks to drop another one here. K-Dop will be able to get in the way of that one. Send it away with 30 seconds remaining. Much more difficult now for Precision Z to come back from the 2-0 deficit. Skyline will put it over to the corner, but Cooks are right there. Pinches it high. They drew Marky out, though, which is good news for Precision Z as they try to push this one over. They are not able to maintain ball control, and Greasy will be able to get the setup here off the backboard. Marky looks to push it through, but Sicky able to save that one away, getting himself a savior medal this game. He's been making a lot of saves. I've been impressed with watching Sicky in goal, able to keep the final shots from going through. It's part of what has kept us at such a low score margin here. Flipside will take game number 4, and now game number 5, they take that one, they will move on.
Yeah, really unconventional play. You and I kind of joked about it a little bit there, but it was just weird. Like the rotations on both teams, like the way that they were playing, it kind of fell apart. It looked really, really sloppy. But sometimes that actually favors a team. Like you saw Precision Z was able to maintain that pace with them. They put a lot more shots on in the previous matches. They only had one that last game because they were playing a majority of the defense. You saw what happens. As soon as they figure it out, okay, we're going to get back into our kind of our general rotation. We're going to spread out. We're going to use the field. And then we're going to put on shots. And you see that's what Flipside does best, is the way that they use that field. Like you see this one play come and develop, and then you see Cookser play it across. Okay, it doesn't work. Let's play a different angle. And they just keep attacking from different sides, and then Precision Z clusters up again. But when they make that breakdown, there was one play where on the side there was 2 players up. Okay, I recognize you have it. And he makes a beeline downfield. That's the kind of stuff they need to do. They really need to use that team play together to get around this Flipside offense. Yeah,
and as we stay on Urban Central here, it's really interesting to see the way that we've gotten 12 shots out of Flipside to only 1 for Precision Z. They really were able to keep Precision Z trapped in their own half. And I do felt like this game, as we talked about in the middle, there was some kind of bizarre things that were happening. I felt like it did kind of boil down to Precision Z's rotations, not just kind of falling apart, not really understanding where each other was, which at the beginning of the game, we were talking about K-Dop's awareness, the way we saw Sicky and Skyline kind of pinch each other in the air, and K-Dop says, oh my goodness, I have to fall back or Greasy has a free shot. That sort of awareness is exactly what has Precision Z so deep into this top 4 of EU, and then it just kind of, they didn't seem to keep each other aware.
Yeah, it's difficult. I mean, how do you know where to fill in when nobody knows where they're supposed to be? So he's trying to be that role that fits in. He's kind of that support player that doesn't get as much love, despite him getting some credit in these previous matches. But when you're trying to just be that middleman that says, okay, you guys are going up on offense, you're on defense, I'm just here to help transition that. When the other players don't know what to do, yeah, he gets caught off guard.
Oh, they're going to be able to finish that one off. They draw Sicky and K-Dop into the goal. Greasy comes in to try and take the final shot, passes it over to Cookser, got it off the backboard, and it's going to drop. Greasy will wait that one out. Able to keep this offensive going, as it's been kind of a haphazard defense from Precision Z. They're holding on, looking to press this one out. Oh, but Skyline misses. Marky's not going to miss that one, and it's going to be the lead here early for Flipside.
Yeah, these guys showing why they're on match point, fighting back and forth. That 50-50 coming from Greasy, even though it looked like it was going to be K-Dop that won it, it pinches down because of the angle that he has. He has a kind of a lower trajectory, and it pinches down inwards towards the goal. It sets it up for Flipside. They're able to capitalize on it.
Yeah, it's not a good start for Precision Z. If they lose this one, they drop to the 3rd place match, and Flipside will move on to the regional finals. They look to hold on here. Cookser will set that one onto the backboard again. He draws up the goalie, goes in, takes the shot. Placement's perfect. Away from Skyline, 2-0 Flipside.
And I like what K-Dop tried to do. He recognized that this play was developing, so what do I do? Okay, I'm going to take out the second man who's going to take the shot. Right. Oh, just kidding, I'm Cookser. I'm going to be the second man and the first man and follow my own shot. And then he places it across the other side of the goal, plays it far post, and puts it out of position. And then, you know what? He's not even going to wait for the post-game celebration. He's just going to do it as soon as they score and throws a little wiggle in.
Yeah, K-Dop was wiggling too. That was funny.
Just saying hi to each other across the field.
Hi, guys. Marky now will try to push this one. Wins the 50-50 with Sicky. To the far corner, Skyline was waiting. Excellent positioning. He and K-Dop try to pressure this one through, but Cookser in the air first. Drops this one. Marky looks to redirect it. Does not find the net just yet. Greasy will go wide as well, and K-Dop will play it over to the side, but Cookser there. Over the top of Skyline and K-Dop. It's all up to Sicky. Cookser gets it past him. Can Marky finish this one off? Can't get it into the net. He did draw Skyline into the air. Now it's K-Dop on the wall, playing it down to his teammates as they transition quickly. Excellent movement from Precision Z as they try to get on the board here. 3:15 left to go. And Flipside just continues to pressure deep in Precision Z's half.
Yeah, you see the transition, that's what you want, but this pressure coming back, as you mentioned, from Flipside. As soon as they defend against that initial play, and you saw it, K-Dop was trying to play it down, Skyline tried to, I think, pass it back up to the wall to him, but he just wasn't ready for it. Because that initial play falls apart, what does Filpsid do? They take advantage, they push up right back down, and they shove it down and suffocate these guys with pressure.
Yep, that is the 3-man offensive rotation right there. Greasy sets it up, and then Marky puts it on the wall again, and Cookser finishes it off, and then Marky was able to score it. Very efficient style of offense. I feel like, I don't know. It's been interesting to watch the way that Precision Z's been playing. If they're able to just tighten it up again, be able to get some more offense, be more aggressive, push out of their own half, and not be trapped as much on defense, I feel like they're kind of getting in their own heads when they're on defense. That's part of what has them down right now. By 3 as we approach halftime. They have to score 3 just to hold on, send us to overtime so we can go to a game 6. They've got to win 2 straight.
This is a perfect example of what they need to do. That last couple seconds, pass after pass, the follow-up, they're maintaining. They're not afraid. They're not forcing anything. They're passing it back. Even with being down by 3, that's the kind of stuff that they need to do. It forces this team of Filpsid to make decisions, and that's what you need to do. You need to force them to do something, come out of net. Bring this contest to them, because as soon as you can draw out 1 or 2, it's going to give you that chance to get these shots on, because we know K-Dop and Skyline have phenomenal accuracy.
Marky will put that one away. Very close opportunity as Sicky almost got the first goal on the board there for Precision Z. 1:58 left to go. Marky takes a shot, just got it past Sicky. It's 4-0 for Filpsid. They're looking to run away with it, Lawler.
We talk about unleashing that beast, and these guys are trying to run away with it, just like you said. These soft passes and misdirection, you play it upfield, and then you have to make a decision. That's what that defender was trying to do. He was thinking, okay, I need to go up and contest this hit. Oh gosh, there's a player here before me. He's going to shoot it and tries to rotate back in the net, but it's already too late. Filpsid just moving fast, and Precision Z getting caught off guard.
Marky in the corner here. Looking to try and press that one through. A nice demo into Cookser, buys some space here for Precision Z to move up, but it does put Cookser all the way back on defense, and he doesn't even need it as Greasy's able to send it over to the side. Skyline will put this high, look to try and pressure it out, but Cookser again winning the 50-50 on the wall.
Oh my
goodness. He zones out the goalie as well. Marky able to finish that one off. It's 5-0 at this point. Filpside's going to be able to run it. Just this one's over.
Well, so Marky, or like Cookser plays that down to Marky. Marky doesn't get the flick for the initial hit.
Right.
Fine. What does Cookser do? Cookser mind games him by faking a pass and a shot. He just comes and backflips. It draws that defender out, and then Marky's got a free open shot.
Yeah, and just the fact that Cookser was sitting there right in front of the net. Oh, nice mind game there past Skyline. The fact that Cookser was sitting there creates this dual threat opportunity. Is Marky taking the shot, or is he passing? Like you said, and it's just simply his presence makes it confusing for the defense. He doesn't. What he does doesn't matter. It's the fact that he has the option.
What he do?
What Marky do does not matter.
No, we're gonna stop. We're gonna stop that right now.
Okay, that sounds good. Final minute of gameplay approaching. Down by 5, Precision Z. Every glimmer of hope starting to fade here as it's looking like they're going to be dropping to the 3rd place match. K-Dop tries to put one more on the board, getting a consolatory goal, not getting shut out, but at least help boost the morale as they start to think about what they're going to be doing with Mocket. It will be Filpsid is going to be needing to think about Northern Gaming, one of their big rivals.
They even had a shot opportunity there. It's just he got whiffed. Like he put it off the post. He had an open net.
Oh, wow. He got able to get that one through. They drew up a lot of the Filpsid defenders. They're not going to be beaten here completely. They are able to get one more on the board.
No, great pass plays. Came across the middle, and then you see that backdrop. You see Cookser do it so well, and he's taking a play out of that book. K-Dop just leans backwards, it hits his nose, and it plays back towards his defender. Last man follows up and gets a shot on net. The only thing they have to be careful of, though, is that Brazil.
Yeah, I wouldn't put the past Filpsid to really try hard here in these last 30 seconds, put 2 more in. Now, it looks like that one might go all the way. Marky should be able to get back in time for that. Put it over to the side, and Greasy rotates in behind him. He'll bump K-Dop through, get it past Skyline. Sicky's very upfield of the goal. Skyline will look to play this one away. Gets it past Marky. Is it over to the side? Final 10 seconds. Starting to get out of Brazil range. Well done by Precision Z, holding on. The Cooks are just flying through the air looking for opportunities. Well done by Filpsid as they commandingly take this series. There's a bunch of close games. They finally run away. Skyline gets the buzzer beater. That'll feel good as they move forward in the series. Guaranteed top 4. Filpsid guaranteed top 2.
Yeah, looking really good on Filpsid. They just, as you mentioned, ran away with it. Once they got their footing and these guys became comfortable, just the way they worked the field, that constant pressure, and then the decision-making, just these quick little changes to draw people out, whether it be, okay, I'm going to fake this pass, I'm going to make sure I play it slow downfield, whatever it is, to make Leaf right, I guess, is what they wanted to do.
They did. They pulled that one out. I bet they were listening. They were like, let's let's let Precision Z win a game so that Leaf can be right.
That's exactly
can be
their
wrong.
plan.
They threw for predictions, right? No. That's not what happened. Precision Z, an amazing play. Well done here as they are able to take this one and advance on to the finals to face off against Northern Gaming. But first, we got an analyst desk to break down the action of this match. Axel Toss, guys, take it away.
Business as usual for Filpsid Tactics. It seemed very nice 4-1 victory there. Starting to look like the matches we saw yesterday, but let's take a look at the replays and highlights from that match to see how Filpsid Tactics was able to get it done.
Where's my hat?
Yeah, that's twice in a row that you've out-predicted me, which I don't like. But this goal by Cooks here at the start of the game, that backflip redirect was just disgusting. And Cooks here probably the best player in the world right now, probably the player of the year, just playing absolutely amazing. And he scored most of the goals for the team. And then Greasy, OT winner, and then Moy, guys. I think it's time for some Jazer plays.
Oh my goodness!
With the freestyle floor pinch.
Greasy looks so comfortable now, like he's learning so much, and I'm actually really scared for the other teams coming into LAN now that Greasy's fitting in so well with these two. I mean, he's looking so good.
And Filpsid, they outshot Precision Z in all 5 games. The one game Precision Z won, they at least kept the difference within 2. But every other game was by 5 shots or more. It was just utter domination by Filpsid. Like that game 2 that went to overtime, it was like 2 minutes and 34 seconds long.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the ball was in PZ's half for 2 minutes and 15 seconds of that.
They took a lot, and honestly, I think it was really smart of them. They knew that they probably couldn't outclass offensively Filpsid. They knew that they weren't going to be able to do that, so they just took all the shots they could, found that one opportunity to break out into offense, and they didn't find as much as they probably should have. But had they found more, it would have been scary. But they played smart. They did what they had to do to keep it even that close against Filpsid.
But I feel like that play style of trying to sit back and let the other team shoot as much as you want really has only worked for one team in the history of Rocket League. No, well, they're the Kingslayers, but they still finished 2-5. Like, I was going to say Market eSports way back in RLCS Season 1. They used to let teams shoot on them, and they would counter, and it really worked for them. But in long series, a best-of-7 series, very hard to win 4 games
You're
that
going to
way.
wear down.
Yeah,
it's tiresome.
tough. Yeah, it's really tough.
It is cool to see Precision Z hold their own to a certain extent. They did get a game out of that. They did have a lot of moments of really good Rocket League play, and that's really cool to see. And they are going to be in our next match. We have the final set up. It's Northern Gaming versus Filpsid Tactics. But coming up next on the stream is Market Aces versus Precision Z. A few storylines behind this one, but that's your next match. Best of 7, third, fourth place match. Winner gets $4,000, loser gets $2,000. We're going to take a quick break in the Rocket League Championship Series. You're watching the European Regional Championships. We'll be right back.